Welcome back, trainers. So we're going to be taking a look at some more Deoxys battles, completely maxed out. If you didn't watch that video, go check it out. It's my last upload, completely maxed out here. And then I did switch its moves. We have Thunderbolt. I did try Charge Beam for a while. Currently with Zen Headbutt and Thunderbolt, its DPS is at 39.7. So pretty intense as opposed to 33.9 with Psycho Boost. So Thunderbolt's doing a whole lot better. Unfortunately, that is pretty wacky, right? Out of all moves, Thunderbolt? Come on. All right. So how do I like it? I enjoy it. It is a glass cannon. It's going to go down very quick. Now, how would I categorize this Pokemon? What kind of trainer would want this? Somebody who knows how to dodge or is trying to learn how to dodge. Also, you have to have a lot of resources. If you have the rare candies and you want to dump it into this, just know that it's not going to be your savior in raids, okay? It's not going to come in and just destroy something. Well, maybe if you're going up against, say, a Starmie or anything else that's weak to Psychic, you might be able to put on a good chunk of damage, but it's not going to sit in the battle for very long, especially if you're going up against a raid boss and you're not dodging. It's going to last 10 seconds. It's like that, yep. So I personally like it. If you have a team of them, it's going to be amazing. I mean, that's a crazy resources. You might as well wait for the attack form, but considering this one is dropping like a rock, the attack form has such high attack. It's out of this world, but I wanted to know how many hits can it take. It's probably going to be able to take like 3 hits. It's going to be so weak. So I will, in fact, max one of those out. And I will be maxing another one of these out. I can only get better from here on out. Basically 10 all around on this one. You can't trade them. If you could, I would, because, well, it can get worse. And that's unfortunate because when you catch them at raids, 10 is the standard, right? Can't go lower than that on all the stats. But when you trade it, it will drop. Anyways, let's go ahead and take a look at these battles, and I'll discuss more about Deoxys. Okay, so first battle up, that Blissey CP is actually going to be like 2,900, unfortunately, by the time I get to it, because what was going on is I didn't want to use any other Pokemon, so I had to just defeat the Gyarados and then the Pinsir that was after it, so then I could eventually just go in there and fight the Blissey with just the Deoxys, because, like I said, this thing is a glass cannon, and if you want to officially know my opinion, should you power one up? I said it earlier, but I think you shouldn't really. It's for the pros. Let's just leave it at that. If you really like Deoxys and you know what you're about to get into, it's not going to be something that could take very many hits at all, but it's fairly fun to use. I honestly really enjoy using it personally. It's not like, ugh, this thing sucks. I mean, it's really strong. It just can't take a hit. It's like Sharpedo, basically. We'll do a little stat comparison here shortly. And also, remember that Gyarados is water and flying type, so it is taking massive damage. Now, what is Deoxys even good for? You say, well, okay, I have the resources. I'm somewhat pro at dodging, or pro. Or if you're not pro, whatever. You just want to power one up. What are you going to use it for? Well, if we can see something that's weak against Psychic types or Electric types, then that's pretty much going to be it. So Starmie raids and things in gyms that are weak to Electric types or Psychic types. Other than that, you can just have fun with it and battle whatever. So there you go. It's going to be useful as a group of them, not just an individual. So that's not going to really happen, right? Because nobody really has a bunch of them. There's people out there that have 2, because you can invite others to the raids now. And yes, you can do that. Even if you receive an EX pass, you can get another invite, but not for the same EX gym, right? It has to be for another one. Okay, time to hit you hard with the truth. So if you do not like Deoxys or anything about it, it's going to be a real rough next few months or year for you, because it's not going to get much better when we see this current form, the normal form, to the left, and as opposed to the attack form that everybody's hyped about, I think. So if we take a look at the normal form, it goes down like just crazy fast. It's a glass cannon, right? We're going to also compare Gengar so we can see, because anytime a glass cannon Pokemon is mentioned, it's always like, oh, Gengar this, right? So currently we have to the left the normal form Deoxys, max CP, 100% IV, 2,000 749. Attack 345, defense 115, and stamina 100. And then we have the attack form Deoxys. Wow. Let's go over this one. Max CP at a real low 2,254. And now the attack is obviously crazy at 416. Defense 47. Wow. And then stamina 100. So if we think this one is dropping currently fast as a glass cannon, just imagine when the attack form comes out, how quickly that's going to go down. Now, I'm definitely excited for the attack form for sure, but with a defense of 47 and seeing how quickly the normal form Deoxys drops with a defense of 115, and then I look over to the right over here and I see a 46 defense stat. Yeah, it's kind of like, well then, I don't know, guys. We're going to have a full team of these to actually do anything over here. So check out the yawn. It's actually putting work onto my Deoxys. Like, what? What's going on? Do I have to start dodging the yawns now? And did you see how quickly it took it down? Even though I dodged those play roughs, it's very squishy. Deoxys literally is it's some sort of like, you remember those toys from back in the day, the Neil Armstrong and the Vac-Mans, where you sucked all the air out of them with a pump and then you can stretch them and they had like either beads or jelly? That's what Deoxys reminds me of. Oh boy. Now, at this point, if you're thinking to yourself, wow, Deoxys is a complete disappointment. Well, maybe for somebody out there, but personally for me, it's not. But if you're thinking that, there is hope. We have the speed form. Oddly enough, that just might be our hope for Deoxys to actually survive and actually put out a decent amount of damage. So what do we have over here for the speed form? And I'll discuss what I think, how it's going to work. Actual speed in Pokemon Go. So max CP potential 2,504. Pretty okay, I suppose. Attack 230. Defense 218. There we go. And stamina at 100. So the stats are fairly rounded, except for the stamina is kind of on the low end, but otherwise it's okay. So the attack doesn't come close to the normal form, does it? So you're thinking, well, I mean, there you go. It's already not that good. Well, technically we still have hope, because think about it. It's speed form. They just might make its charge moves charge up extremely quick, even make its quick moves move very fast. Therefore, it's going to get off a lot more charge moves and attacks, and that low attack just might make up for the loss there. Think about it. Who knows? We don't need to take a look at the defense form, because that's going to be completely and utter useless. It's going to be nice to catch, your first 2 or 3, maybe find a 100 one day, but it's going to be a real when those come out for the EX raid, when that time happens. And like I said, it's going to be exciting the first few times, but after that, and I'm just wondering, how often are they going to rotate these out? It's another good question to ask. Oh, and by the way, these images with the stats are from GoHub, so I should have mentioned that earlier. And as you may have noticed, my Deoxys is going up against that Alakazam. I wasn't really talking about it, but it did okay. I personally think it did okay. It didn't have super effective moves. If it did have, say, Dark Pulse, then it would have bring it well into the yellow, big time. Okay, so now we have Gengar on the screen, the Pokemon that's always brought up when Glass Cannon Pokemon are discussed. So let's see what makes it so Glass Cannon-y. Its attack is looking great at 261. Deoxys is at 345. Gengar's defense is at 156, and Deoxys is at 115. So Gengar does have fairly good amount of defense compared to Deoxys. Stamina on the Gengar is 120, and Deoxys 100. So I personally think Gengar can take hits better. Obviously it can, as we see right in front of us. But its damage is just not even close to the attack form Deoxys. And if it did not have that attack, that 345, it would be completely useless. You wouldn't want to power it up. I would power it up just to make a video for you guys, do a couple battles. Other than that, it would be the most disappointing thing ever. But since it does have that 345 attack, it does make it worthwhile for some certain situations, right? And on a side note, there is quite a bit of things going on within the game, like a shiny Krabby, like I covered a couple of days ago. Also, there's no Crabhammer move, though. I don't think. We have a new Spinda with a new pattern. and some new field researches and some other juicy news that I'm going to be covering in a few hours. So make sure you're subscribed, have the notification on, hit the like button if you enjoyed this video, guys, because you are all doing an amazing job. Keep it going, as I'll keep these videos coming in for you. Deoxys, should you power it up? Only if you have the resources and are ready to start dodging. And that's pretty much it. Puts out damage, can't take a hit for anything. Thanks for watching, trainers, and I'll be catching you all next time.